YouTube, what's going on today, man? It's your boy Justin Revs. We are back in some more BeamNG, and today we're gonna build a drift car for somebody who doesn't have a clutch pedal or an e-brake. This was brought to me in the comments. Hey, do you have any suggestions as far as a drift car goes? I don't have a clutch pedal or a handbrake, and should I use a DCT? And in my comment, I said no, but actually, that's exactly what we're going to use. So I just wanted to show this quick and easy build. If you don't have a clutch pedal, if you don't have an e-brake, if all you got is a wheel and two pedals, dude, you can still party. So this is, dude, it's simple. This is the Street Drift BX. It is a vanilla config. It comes pretty well set up out the box, but it's got a 4-cylinder with a manual transmission and standard tires. So we're gonna just change some brake pads real quick, just full race brake pads. I'm doing this so quickly because I have the live updates turned off. I already know what I want. We are gonna go from 195/60 15 standard tires down to 195/50 R15 sport tires. The difference is, I mean, obviously standard and sport, and then these are also gonna have a little bit less sidewall. So 195 is gonna be the width of the tire in millimeters, and then the next number here, 195/50, represents the sidewall. So 50 means that this sidewall is 50% of the width of this tire. So 50% of 195 is how tall this sidewall is. And in the back here, we still have a 60. So you can sort of tell they're a little bit different. Okay, didn't know you were getting extra credit like that, did you? Fun facts, dude. That's just sharing my tism with you, dude. All right, so we're good on tires. We're good on brake pads. Those are the little pieces. The next piece is going to be a big one, but it's going to make the biggest difference for our no clutch, no handbrake conundrum. We're going to put a 4.5 liter V8 in this. That is going to eliminate our need for the clutch pedal, for clutch kicks. You know, if we have instant horsepower and instant torque, it's going to make life easier. We are also going to try and keep this engine cool with the high performance pro drag radiator, or whatever you have. Just do the highest performance one. I have mods installed, so I don't know where the heck things come from. We're going to use the race 6-speed dual clutch transmission. You can use just the 4-speed transmission. Works just fine. I'm going to do the race adjust ECU. I don't know. I don't even think that's necessary for this, honestly, but whatever. Stage 2 performance block, and then a race oil pan. Why we want that is because a race oil pan simulates having a baffled oil pan in real life. So when you're sliding the car, the G-forces are pulling all the oil to the side as well as your face. So you want the oil in the bottom where the pump is, and that's the point of the baffle. So when you put the oil pan on, the race oil pan, your car's not going to say, you're not going to have a starved of oil warning over here. That's it. Oh, and then I just want this high performance V8 exhaust. If this is from a mod, I don't know what mod the V8 is from, but just download all the BX mods you can, especially the Ibishu Plus mod. That is my favorite mod for BXs. And then one tiny detail, this is for me just because I really don't like front license plates. Makes me think of like somebody wearing their name tag to work on their nose. So I don't need them in my state, so I thank goodness we get just pretty cars. And you can put your Cowboys license plate on there. You know, if you're into Cowboys, football. All right, let's move on. That's it for the build, dude. Quick and easy. This already comes with a welded diff, which is what I would suggest if you're doing something like this. Just keep it simple, weld it, set a higher gear ratio, or, you know, whatever. 436 in this situation is better than 369, and 69 is my favorite number. So, you know, like, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. All right. And then follow me, dude. Follow me. Hold my hand. Don't get scared in the tuning menu. This is a beautiful place where a lot of fun things can happen. We're only going to change a few sliders. Tire pressure being the first one. We're going to bump it down to 20 so we get a little bit more grip front and back. Why do you want grip on a drift car? You do. Front track offset. We're just going to yeet that all the way, and then we're going to come up to camber and yeet that all the way. Dude, isn't that thing going to drive like garbage? Look at that crazy amount of camber you got in the front there. That looks dumb, but it works, dude. If you're a nerd like me and you want to pull up the live wheel data, We got about 8.5, a little bit less than 8.5 degrees of negative camber in the front, about 2 in the back. I wouldn't go more than 2 in the back. And we have a little bit of toe out, which is the negative toe, means toe. The wheels are pointing in opposite direction just a little bit. Opposite directions, just they're a little out there, but that's okay for drifting. So that's it for the build, dude. That's it. Simple as that. No e-brake. Thing's not even plugged in right now. Look at that telemetry. All right, so as I'm doing this, I like when people have the telemetry up so you can kind of tell like how much throttle they're giving it, when they're pressing the brakes, how much they're pressing the brakes, stuff like that. This is not going to be like a drifting tutorial. I'm not good enough to teach. Like, I can slide this car pretty good. It's just a good car, dude. We're only using the brakes. Oh, I hate it when it does that. That's kind of the bad thing about the DCT is like when you slow down, it shifts you back down into first. This is proof of concept, and then I'll get into a couple tips, like maybe how you should start. What I would suggest, just maybe the steps that I would take. And step one is, of course, doing donuts. It sounds easy. It's like, nah, dude, I know, I got that. But dude, you're learning how to drive the car without a clutch, without an e-brake. So you're going to have to get used to like throwing the car around, like using that momentum as it's coming back. There's a thing called the Scandinavian flick. A little bit of right, whole lot of left, and we're flicking, dude. Look at us. I would suggest, like, I really like maybe third, for like, pick a big open area like this too. I don't remember what this track is called. Oh, my e-brake doesn't work. It's a habit that you'll get into. It's a nice little crutch to have, but it is not necessary, dude. Like, this is how I learned how to drift. In a Assetto Corsa, actually. Like, I had a clutch pedal. I lied. I had a clutch pedal. Third person might be a little bit tricky for you. I needed that at first. I mean, at least like playing on the wheel, so I could tell what direction the front wheels are facing, because I had a hard time figuring that out. As far as like telling I don't know. You kind of figure it out as you go. Like you get the feeling for it. I'm trying to think of like a different way to explain that, but it might be easier for you in first person, probably in left-hand drive if that's what you're used to. But like, this is, yeah. See, I don't do this very often. I don't do first person drifting. I know that probably sounds like kind of weird because I have this big old 6 setup, and it feels like maybe I'm not using it in the right way, not being in first person all the time. But I think that third person looks better for videos. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but like this it still works. This video was really just to show you the build, again, kind of proof of concept, and then give you a little pointers. I mean, work on your left foot braking. That's going to make a decent difference. But you don't need to. And this is just little, like, look at, I'm blipping the throttle from like 20 to 30% and doing nothing else, and almost acting like I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna lose the car. Am I gonna hit the wall? Nope. Dang, I'm so good at this. But just try and be able to catch the car. That sounds weird, but like throw. Let me give you a better example of a throw. Just like throw it, give it like a little blip. So you're gonna turn and blip the throttle. Okay. Turn, blip. And then it's just playing with the throttle, dude. Like, just, I don't know. I'm not the best at explaining this part, dude, but the build's fun. I forgot the e-brake doesn't work. That's actually an interesting limitation. I'm happy that I unplugged the brake. I'm happy that I took that step to do all that. I do play with the oversteer assist on. You know, play how you want to play, man. If you think you're better than me because you play with the oversteer assist off, you probably are, man. Like, I can't play like that, and I don't enjoy it. And I play this game to enjoy myself, so I play with it on. And my wheel doesn't spin as much as it should for, you know, like real drift car activities. But once you get the hang of like how this works, and remember that this is not solely something that simulates driving, it is a big video game controller. That's all my sim setup is, a big video game controller. And I think I can control the video game pretty well with this setup and the oversteer assist. I'm not even going to turn it off to show you like what I mean, because it won't do any good. Like, I'll just get frustrated. But I suggest playing with it on. It makes drag racing easier, believe it or not. It makes like desert racing doable. I'm not gonna say it makes it, yeah, it definitely makes it easier. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know, or be a real man and play with it off if that's how you want to do it, dude. But I'm in the this is a video game and I want to enjoy my time with it, so I'm going to play with the assist on. Don't let anybody tell you you're wrong for playing with it on, dude, because you're not. I've tried many a times to play with it off, and I think that it's kind of the only way to make beam doable, unless you spend a whole lot of time tuning your car and have a whole lot more patience than I do. But I mean, I think it looks like I'm having fun. I think it even looks like the car is having fun, dare I say, as I spin out, of course. But dude, I think that's gonna do it, man. Like, what a sweet little setup. Couldn't be easier to put together. Just change a couple sliders, get in there in that tuning menu, dude. Don't be afraid. Look at this just bucket of a swap we have, dude, straight out of a truck with the ugly intake. Like, but it's a ripper, you know. It is a ripper. Close. Thank you. All right, man. Well, that's gonna do it for today. Short and sweet and fun and informative. Gosh dang. Lucky you guys. Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, dude, enjoy. If you have a better idea or a different base that you like to start with that's similar to this, put it in the comments, dude. Let the homies know. I honestly want to try them out. This is just like my go-to. Like, this is a fun car setup, and it was so easy. We changed the engine, stage 2 block, race oil pan, pro drag high performance radiator, race brake pads front and rear, sport tires front and rear, camber all the way down, both tire pressures at 20 psi, and front wheel spacing all the way out. And I think that might be more of a preference thing, honestly, because I was trying to get closer to the fender. But that's the whole recipe. It's very simple. It's just down to like putting in the time, dude, and learning. It is probably a good idea to get used to left foot braking like a lot. If you don't have the clutch, it's a good way to kind of figure out like the limitations of the car too, because it's good to be able to slide it like this. You know, I'm holding the brake just a tiny bit. I lost it because I was not realizing, but okay. Trying to show you the brake pedals. I mean the brake lights, so you can see that I'm pushing the brake this whole time. This is a good exercise too. Get used to doing this, and then you can start letting go of the brake, and it'll want to whip you the other way, and let it, and then just try and catch it when it whips the other way. And if you're banging rev limiter, that means your tires can't spin any faster, and that means you're going to stop drifting if your tires can't spin any faster. You thought I was done. I thought I was done too, and then I just kept on sliding. Kept on keeping on. Sometimes that's all you can do. Come on. All right, dude, I'm really done. Thanks for hanging out, man. This is out of my wheelhouse. This is a little something different for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. I love you. God loves you. Cooper and Pickles love you. Bye.